Brianna's Bananas Cooking Show. Here we go! Hello everybody, it's Brianna, and today I'm poor. Now, I know what you all must be thinking. Brianna, how can you be poor? You've been in movies and music videos. You have like 15 subscribers on YouTube. You're always so stylish. You're always traveling around and having a great time in your vlogs. You live in Nebraska, the state of dreams. How can you be poor? I know. We all have our poor days. So that's why today I was looking through my pantry and refrigerator, looking for things I could put together and make. So I'm gonna make a breakfast country style pizza with these croissants. Is it croissant? Croissant? Crecent? We'll never know. But we're gonna make something with it. So join me. Have a breakfast pizza out of shit from your fridge. We're gonna have a great time. All right, let's get started. Here we go. Okay. So this is what I found to put stuff together for my pizza. I'm gonna make a country gravy. I don't have any sausage, but I'm gonna use Spam. I always have a can of Spam in my pantry. I have milk, flour, butter for the gravy. I have some cheese. It's mozzarella cheese. I would have preferred cheddar cheese, but that's all I got, so working with what I got. I'm gonna scramble these eggs, put them on there. Got some spices, some garlic, and of course, croissant. And we're gonna lay it out on this sheet pan and put it in my little toaster. I'm gonna have a little toaster pizza. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the gravy. Okay, starting with the gravy, I'm gonna get myself 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna turn this on real fast. Here's 2 tablespoons of butter. Get your flour ready. You're gonna need a little whisk. This is my favorite little whisk. We're gonna melt this butter up. Oh God. Okay, once your butter is melted, I just like to take a regular big spoon. Get a nice spoonful of flour. Just sprinkle it in a little at a time while you're whisking. I kind of just assess what it looks like. Right now it's a little bit lumpy, a little bit smooth. It's like right in between there. So we're going to make sure the flour cooks out. I'm going to take like a cup of milk. I'm not sure if it's going to take this much. I just kind of eyeball this most of the time when I make white gravy. And keep on whisking. so you don't have any lumps. That was about 3/4 of a cup, actually. Just whisk it up nice and good. I'm gonna add a bunch of pepper. Don't be alarmed if this is not thick right away, because you're not going to know how thick it is until it gets up to a boil, which it kind of is right now. We boiling, so it's kind of thick. It's thick enough. So I've got my gravy. I'm gonna pour it into a bowl over here. Normally, if you had sausage, I would have cooked that first, so you would have like the sausage grease instead of a bunch of butter. You can just add flour to the sausage grease, add your cream or milk, and then that makes your sausage gravy. But I did the gravy separately. Now I'm gonna saute my Spam, which I could have done it like the sausage, like in with the gravy, but I'm just gonna do it separately. It's whatever. Okay, so turn this back on. Just a little bit of butter. We can do the Spam and the eggs together. There we go. Now I'm thinking. Also, I forgot to add a little bit of salt to my gravy, so I'm going to do that right now. So that was just salt and pepper. Once my butter is all melted, starting to bubble. Fry up my Spam. So I'm going to get this nice and fried up, and then I'll add my eggs. Well, I'll come right back before I add my eggs. Okay? Okay, so my Spam, these are like some bad angles. Spam is pretty nice and fried up. So I got 4 eggs in this bowl. I've been scrambling them with just like a splash of water. Maybe like a 1/4 cup of water at the most. I'm gonna add them into my Spam, and the eggs to my Spam. Not eggs to the eggs, like I was gonna say. Add a little bit of garlic, some onion flakes. Oops. I just got this red pepper flakes, and I gotta open it. Open it. Hope. There we go. Spill my pepper flakes all over the counter. Oops. Add some to my eggs. Salt and pepper again. I just have a wooden spoon. I'm just going to scramble these up. One thing living in Nebraska has taught me is that Spam is not that bad, and it really goes a long way. Like 1 can of Spam, I usually use like 1/4 of it at a time, so you get like, you know, 4 uses out of your 1 can of Spam. It's a good substitute for like ham or sausage like I'm doing, or, you know, bacon or something. Put it in your fried rice, put it in your eggs, put it in your ramen. You know, Spam is really versatile, and it's really cheap. Okay, so I got my Spam and eggs. I got my gravy off to the side. Now it's time to open the croissants. Okay? This is my least favorite part because I hate when it bursts open. Let me clean up my red pepper mess. Gotta be right there. Okay, you guys ready to see me freak out? I really hate when these burst open. It's the scariest thing ever. So before I ruin this, this says 350, 12 to 15 minutes. Preheat my little oven. It says you're supposed to take a spoon and pop it like that. But you know what? This is how we all do it. There we go. I did it! Ha! Look, I got him! Okay, plop that out. Let me give you a better angle. If you can. Got my little sausage roll. It's not a sausage. Okay, so this comes in 4 squares with little triangles in them so you can make crescents. But all I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna take these apart and put them back together. Okay. So I kind of fit it to my pan. Now I'm going to take all these sections and crimp them together. So we have one cohesive piece of dough. Alrighty. So I pinched all the little creases together. So now I got my one rectangular piece. So now My sauce is really thickened up sitting here. I mean my gravy. Let's add my gravy. So probably be easier to spread with like a spatula or a spoon or something rather than a whisk. But I'm just going with the flow. That's what I do. Go with the flow. Okie dokie. I got my gravy spread. I left a nice little crust around so you can grab it, you know. Pizza crust. Pizza handle. Okay, now I got my spam and eggs. Okie dokie. Spread that out as much as I could. Now I'm going to take my cheese. Again, if you have cheddar cheese, that would be a lot better. But I just have mozzarella. Mozzarella. Looks pretty good, I guess. Still got a little bit of cheese left. Alrighty. So this is what we have. If you wanted, you could put like some parsley for decoration, or you could put like more pepper flakes, something like that on top of it, make it look pretty. I'm gonna stick it in here. It said 12 to 14, so I'm gonna go with 12 first, and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna come back in 12 minutes. See what it looks like. Okay. Okay, everybody. It's actually been 14 minutes. My bad. I'm gonna pull this out. I checked it at 12 minutes and it did not look ready enough, so I put it in for 14 altogether. I mean, a couple more after that. So this is what we look like. It's not that browned on top as I imagine, but it's fine. As long as the crust is done. Crust feels done. It's nice and flaky from the croissant. I should have gotten out my pizza cutter already, but it didn't. This is the worst drawer to have all my utensils in. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna cut this up. So actually, it's still kind of doughy in the center, so I'm going to throw this back in. I'm actually going to turn up the temperature. Maybe get some brownage on top. I'm going to put it in for 3.5 more minutes. Going with the flow, baby. Okay, so so I'll come back in 3 minutes. We'll see what we look like. Okay, everybody, I'm back again. So I actually did an extra 5 minutes just to be sure. So that was 14 plus 5, which is 19. 19 minutes in your toaster oven, but in your regular oven, I'm not sure. You have to account for like it having sauce on it. That's the part of cooking. Like trial and error. You gotta like check out what you're actually making, see if it's done. You know. I get a lot of questions at work about like, how do I reheat my meatballs? Stuff like that. It's generally like in the oven, 350 or 400 for like 10 or 15 minutes is what I normally tell people. But you really just gotta like check and see if your food is hot. That's that's it. Okay, so we're back out of the oven. Still a little more done. It's still a little flimsy. Oh my god, it's kind of flimsy. So you might want a fork. Maybe I'll get a fork. We're gonna try this. It's passable. It's pretty good. You got country gravy, you got buttery croissant, you got the egg, you got the salty Spam. And the Spam's not like super out of place or anything. It just tastes like, you know, some pork in there or whatever it is. I'm gonna try one more bite. Towards the edge is a lot better. The croissant's more croissanty. You just gotta make sure the center is done. Just don't like burn the edge too terribly. This didn't get burned. I'm gonna show you again though. Like this looks perfect. So just do a few extra minutes from what the package says. The croissant package, croissant. And you should be good to go. Breakfast country croissant pizza. Okay, so I hope you try this yourself. You can also try it with like biscuit dough. You make little biscuit pizzas or bagels. Pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime. Remember that. Okay. Happy pizza. Okay, bye.